right. What is going on, guys? Let me put the link to this in the Discord so everyone knows. This is not it. How do I go to my YouTube? Jesus. Technology. All right, here we go. Let's link this to the Discord. One second. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. I actually just realized I don't know how to read the chat. Well, this proves how stupid I am. Settings. You know, see, if we did this on Discord, I could be reading the, or on Twitch, I could be reading the chat, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm clueless. All right, well, welcome to round one of this Discord tournament. We have Rejected Memes versus, interesting name, Rejected Memes versus totally already forgot, the Prophecies. All right, yeah, that was great. Okay, I'm off to a good start already. All right. So we have the, we're going to have the Rejected Memes Hunter going against the Prophecies Hunter first. I still have to figure out how to pull up the chat because I do not know how to do that. Because I am what we call clueless and don't understand how technology works. So we're still waiting on, where is it? There we go. Okay, I'm still figuring out how to set up the chat. Give me 1 second, guys. We're not starting until I get this set up and until everyone else gets here. I'm gonna need one of you guys reading the chat because I can't actually see it. We're still waiting on one more player here. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get it. This is exciting. I need to get my second commentator up in 1 second, which I will do momentarily. Here we go. Let's get up. Ryan, you have to go. You have to go somewhere else during this. Okay. All right. Let's do this. This is exciting. I don't have my I don't have my stream chat up because I am on a phone because I'm stupid, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Let's turn down the volume on this 1 second. Okay.
Is audio good?
Audio's good. All right. Here we go. Let's get this started. All right, round one. This is the survivors have one, or rather, the hunter has one survivor been in the round one. So, for those of you who don't know how
the audio is really bad.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Can you hear me?
Hold up.
Are you talking about the stream?
No, it's just weird because I'm also looking at the stream and talking to you, and I keep hearing it twice.
Okay. You can just mute the stream if you want, if that would help. But
Yeah, I did.
I would do that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Hunter gets 1 Survivor ban in the first round of the tournament. Moving on to the second round, the Hunter has 2 Survivor bans, and the Survivors get 1 Hunter ban. And in the third round, the Hunter gets 3 Survivor bans, and the Survivors get 2. Now, something to keep in mind here is this is based off a tournament style point system. So, for those of you who don't know that as well, for a 4-person elimination from the Hunter, that would be 5 points for the hunting team. 3-person elimination would be 3 and 1 for the survivors, etc. All the way back to a 4-survivor escape, which would be 5 points for the surviving team. And it looks like the Seer, which is one of the most common bans, as you see on the legendary rank mode system that we have in this game, is going to be the first ban for the Hunter for rejected memes here. We're going to see what survivors come out of it here. We're going to most likely see an Axe Boy from Yo-Yo here. He is known for that Axe Boy, so we're going to see the survivor pick. Mercenary is the first selection from one of the survivors here. That's something you typically would see, as Mercenary is the most played survivor in the game. But I'm interested to see what these other survivors will pick for this Arms Factory map.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, excellent commentary. Okay. Looks like we're going to see a Prisoner as well as a Gravekeeper and a Coordinator as the last pick. So we have a triple rescue and a 1 decoder. This is something you see typically. This is one of the team compositions you would see with 3 rescuers and 1 decoder. Typically, you would see something like a Mechanic, as they are known for better decoding than a Prisoner. But a Prisoner is also a good kiter, better than Mechanic typically, so you may see that come into play here. However, something to keep in mind is this is Arms Factory. This is a Hunter-based map, and we're actually going to see the Clown here from Yo-Yo. Not something you really see on Arms Factory. Typically for clowns, Arms Factory is not one of the best maps, but we're interested to see how this will play out. Let me grab my water. Anything to add, Natasha?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Llama, it's just a fun tournament, so not really going. I mean, you can cheer in the chat, but as far as booing,
Let's
don't want
avoid
any of that. We're trying to keep it positive. Yeah, just don't boo, please. Be nice.
All right, so it looks like the Clown getting that spawn near the front gate here. We're going to see him rotate over towards the center of the map here, towards this triple pallet area. This is typically one of those spots you'd see a lot of these survivors spawn, and immediately possibly finding the Prisoner here. This could be a pretty big deal. He's trying to hide, but those footprints are already down. Gets that quick pallet stun, though, which is good for the Prisoner. However, the Clown finding that decoder early in the game here, this is going to be a big deal. He hasn't even had time to set up his connection, I believe. He may have done so, actually. But leaving 3 survivors in play here, 3 rescuers in play here, this is interesting. Oh, shit. Looks like someone's lagged out.
Oh, no.
We may have to restart this, unfortunately.
Yeah, he may be AFK.
One of the players has been AFK, so we're going to actually have to restart the map here. But,
of course.
Oh, did I just... Yeah. Oh, they're going to have to finish... Someone's got to end the game, I just realized. Since someone's got to tell Yo-Yo to surrender so we can restart that.
I can do it. I have him on DM. Just give me just a second.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Sorry about that delay, guys. This is... We're gonna have a rule where you have one lag out. If there's one lag out scenario, we will start the game. But if that happens a second time, they're gonna have to play it out, and that will be a potential loss for the survivors if they are unable to have their internet working properly. So,
will they be able to try again?
Yeah. For this first round, we're gonna go ahead and restart this. But for future reference, this is the one. This is only a one-time thing.
Yeah,
so we're going to get this restarted.
Yo-Yo, I don't know if it got through to him, because he may have turned the notifications for Discord off.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Dang.
Alright, let's see. Nobody's saying anything in chat.
Yeah.
And if I go quiet, I probably would have to mute myself in case of any background noise.
That's no problem.
Good. I may have to lock myself in a closet, but for the sake of the stream.
Alright guys, so again, this is going to be a one-time thing. This is normally never an exception. If you lag out, you will have to play it out, and your team will have to most likely take the loss for that. It is up to you if you are a player to make sure your internet is working properly, so let's keep that in mind for future reference. This is going to be a one-time thing yet again. If this happens again, it is going to play out, and that survivor will have to be AFK and potentially cost their team the game there. So everyone needs to relog on, please, after they finish this here.
Egg, there was technical difficulties. Yeah, Ryan. I've been posting advertisements around. Also, apologies if I'm not saying much. Alright, let's see.
God, they paused the deductions. Okay.
It took a minute, but he got it. Oopsies. Well,
again, guys, we want to apologize.
Yeah,
we want to apologize. We want to apologize for this issue. Of course, it is Chili was the one who lagged out, annoying out of all people.
Of course. I'm sure he'll be fine. Hopefully. Are you saying anything? As if they've muted his bot as well.
Okay, well,
There's maybe technical difficulties on their end. I'll see what's going on. Maybe they're into that though.
well, while we're waiting, how's everyone's day going? I didn't ask that yet, so let's see how that's doing. We need to get this fixed now.
Let's see. Actually, I want to talk about this lobby real quick because it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying, I'm simping for this lobby. It's so beautiful. It is. I'm so glad they finally gave us a new room. It took ages.
I know this. I need to get more stuff.
Honestly.
I have literally nothing in mind. I have a swing. Let's go on the swing while we wait for this.
Still, the room looks really nice. I do. I like it. I like the windows especially. The room's got pretty good graphics for what it is. It was about time they gave us a room that could be bought with clues instead of echoes. You like next team? Or should we wait a little?
We're gonna go ahead and wait a little bit here.
Yeah, so I don't think we can move on to the next team because
we can't. We have to wait for them to get out.
Yeah.
Alright guys, one more minute. We have to wait for this. I'm really sorry for this again. These players should have had their Wi-Fi fixed. I don't know how this is becoming an issue. They are known this is a big deal, and they should not have let this happen, but we're giving them one exception here. So if this happens again, like I said, the game will play out, and we will not have any more delays. So don't worry. This is only a one-time thing.
Okay.
So hopefully they're done.
Did they just not notice?
I'm gonna be honest.
Whoever was the owner of the deduction would
pause it, and I guess after.
Well, that was me, but I messed up. I actually exited instead of pausing it, which was stupid. But you know, I'm kind of dumb, so yeah.
All right. Who's our next stimuli?
Okay, it looks like they're getting out of the game now. So that's what I'm been told. Yeah, here we go again. Okay, they're out. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. We're not going to let this happen again. Don't worry, this is a one-time problem.
If it happens again, it's technical difficulties. They don't have any control over it.
All right. Anyways, guys, here we go. This is back to the game. We have one block survivor. Everything's good. All right. Oh, I just realized I could invite you to spectate, Natasha. Should have done that, but I'll do that for next game.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just look at your screen.
Okay.
I have slight background noise. Go ahead and apologize in advance for that. If it gets too bad, I'll mute myself in the chat. It's good.
All right, most likely going to just see the same selections here, which should hopefully happen.
Prisoner, coordinator, gravekeeper, and
mercenary.
Yep. I'm going to guess that we're getting Axe 4.
Well, it was a clown last time, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen this time.
Was it clown? Yeah, it was. My bad. Oh, perfumer. Oh.
I think they're just trolling us at this point. I don't think they're actually playing magician and lawyer. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to see a lawyer in this match. That's
no way.
Pretty unlikely. This is typically you'd see from this team.
Glove did give us a bit of a tease that he was going to play lawyer. Oh.
Well, it's unlikely that might happen, but we will see if that's actually the case. We're still waiting. We're still waiting on our. Yeah, we're still waiting on our AFK player to make their selection. There we go. Oh no. Okay, on it. Okay. Keep in mind, we do have to wait 2 minutes on block character mode. We do have to wait 2 minutes for the survivors to select their character before the hunter can actually do so. So we're going to go ahead and wait on that. At this point, hopefully, we'll be able to end this game quickly and get everything back on track. You know, no more delays. Everything should be there. So we do see the Seer ban again from the Hunter here. This is something you would typically see as a Clown user. The Clown is typically a Hunter who has struggles in the early game. Once you get those quick downs, you're off to a good spot. That's why you do run Blink.
There you go.
That is why you do typically run Blink with Clown to get that quick down. Landing that early Rocket Dash is very huge, but if you have to get a third hit on a Survivor, that being the Seer, it is really difficult for you to actually do so. Once you can get the first down and have that camp potential with Clown, you're in a very good position, but until you can do so, it is very difficult. So that is why you do see that, and you can double hit the Rescuer quite easily with Clown. So that is why you're going to see that Seer ban over that Mercenary ban, which is something you typically see in a lot of games. The Clown here immediately picks up that Wild Wings and the Propeller. He's going to, I believe, put on that Propeller and probably a Wild Wings as well. This is going to give him that Rocket Dash ability before he actually has his presence built up. This is something to keep in mind. We actually see this Clown not using Insolence, which is something you see with Clown very often. And he's immediately off with that Infinite Dash. He's going to look like he's going to get that first hit on the Prisoner. I'm not quite sure why he went back to the Cypher there. Yeah, but unfortunately getting a calibration right on that Rocket Dash is going to throw down that pallet. Breaks that connection. to prevent that Cypher Rush. You do see that the Clown is not building up, as he would have had a quicker pallet breaking speed. Prisoner using that shock there to make distance between him and the Hunter. He's going to loop around this window. We're going to see what he can do. Running out of room here quickly early on, trying to juke the Hunter. He's able to dodge that hit there. Oh, he's kind of stuck in an open area here. Dodges again. This is a pretty good kite so far. However, he did kite right into that Gravekeeper Cypher, and that's going to cost him here. And you see the insolence not coming into play. And if he had that insolence, he would be able to do a rocket dash for the kill. And he's unable to do so without that insolence. You see a lot of jukes coming out from the Prisoner. An excellent job there. Really judging that hitbox. You see the hitbox on the Clown, not a very big one. And you kind of see that coming into play here.
A big thing with Clown is you have to really... Oh, okay, wait, but it's a big thing with Clown that you have to maintain a lot of distance, because both the dash and the because if you maintain distance, he's not going to be able to land any hits on you.
Yeah, absolutely. You really see that issue with not having that insolence, unable to use that rocket dash in the early game. You're going to see that dash. You're going to get that hit on the Gravekeeper early on. We'll see what trait he has. I believe he is running actually Excitement, which is quite interesting. Really preparing for that Coordinator. And getting that early hit is going to prevent the rescue of the Gravekeeper here. And the Clown knows this, and he's kind of just tunneling this Gravekeeper, trying to push him off of this rescue. You see, the Coordinator went in for the save, though, and was able to get it off. They went for that double rescue, and that's really going to pay off, as the Clown wasn't expecting that. It looks like the Coordinator is going to try to body block a hit here. Now, keep in mind, this Clown does have Excitement, and it's going to use the shot. We're probably going to see the Excitement. He does pop off the Excitement, landing the hit on the Coordinator here. Really trying to go for that power stun. Isn't able to get it, though, because of the Excitement was still in effect for that full 5 seconds. Excellent job from the Clown.
Oh no.
And you see that's a little bit of a misjudge from the Coordinator, expecting that Excitement to run out. It wasn't able to do so though. And that's going to be a quick down. Now, something to keep in mind, that Prisoner was able to get away. And this is the first time the Coordinator is on chair, so that's something to keep in mind.
Oh, it seems like he didn't exactly lose him. Now, with their decoder back, they may be able to start finishing more ciphers and get the rescues in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you really see the Coordinator is one of those survivors with that increased chair persistence. They can be in the chair a lot longer than a lot of other survivors, so they're going to be able to have a lot of time for the survivors to decode. He's going to get that hit on the Coordinator, unable to double hit the Rescuer, which is something you really want to see. Double hitting that Rescuer is a big deal, in that the survivor cannot decode after they go down, such as the Mercenary here. And he's actually, as you see, tried to tunnel down the Mercenary. He actually used his trump card. He's going to go ahead and switch into that Teleport. Something you really love to see in the late game, able to control those ciphers and the exit gates, as the game winds down to the end here. We're going to see the Coordinator on the chair for the second time here. 3 people injured. They're going to have a hard time pulling off a successful rescue. Now, the Mercenary is able to do this, as he can take an extra hit without going down. But something to keep in mind is that, the Clown with very good camp, he's able to land that rocket dash and get that second registered hit before that the Mercenary can pull off that save. It's going to be difficult. And it looks like they're not even going to go for the save at all at this point. The Coordinator is just going to go ahead and die on chair. And you see the Clown acknowledging that, realizes that the survivors are not going for save, and is going to go ahead and start tunneling down these cipher machines here. Probably going to go after the Gravekeeper. Keep in mind the Gravekeeper still has a shovel to work with, though. He's going for that rocket dash. Hits the Mercenary. And the Mercenary is going to go down within 15 seconds here. This is a pretty big deal. Looking at the rest of the survivors here. The Prisoner working on these last 2 ciphers. They're really about 50. We'll see, really trying to go for the tie here, but the problem is, there's not much these survivors can do. As 2 people are injured, who can save?
And it is so easy for a Gravekeeper to be taken down by a Clown with dash, and it's practically impossible for a Gravekeeper to rescue in half.
Absolutely. Although we just see the Clown leaving to go for that cipher control, opting to give up the camp here, leaving that cipher control, going for the cipher control. He's gonna be able to get the hit on the goes for the Gravekeeper, gets the hit before he's able to dig. That's a really big deal. Actually, one of the most important plays of the game. In that he was unable to get that shovel down. He's gonna go down after this Tide Turner runs out. We'll see if the Prisoner can finish these cipher machines, but they still need one more cipher machine to go. The Gravekeeper's going to go down. We see that cipher machine's about to pop, so they will be able to prime it, but this Mercenary is going to take that second hit there from the rocket dash. He's going to be going down pretty quickly, and this is an excellent job from the Clown here. This is looking like a potential 4-man elimination. You see the clown breaking that connection yet again here. The mercenary is going to go down. Gravekeeper is back up as the prisoner did heal. They're going to finish that Cypher Machine. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do. Now, again, the mercenary also has increased chair persistence. That is something to keep in mind. So he can be on the chair for a good amount of time. The prisoner's going to go look for that last Cypher Machine. And you see that is the build from the Hunter there. Really opted to use that trump card and that detention, not going for any wall block or insolent strategies. We'll see what he can do. The Gravekeeper going in for the save. This is going to be a very difficult rescue, though. The prisoner working on that last Cypher Machine, connected to it with his connection. It's about, I believe that's 90% of the way done. But we'll see if they can actually pull off a save. They're running out of time. They may just pop the Cypher Machine and go for a tie or even a one-man escape. I don't see them really going for the save. I don't think there's any way they can pull it off. It looks like the Gravekeeper's really going for it, though, and we're going to see the Rocket Dash most likely put him down. He goes for it. There's the dash. Gets the down. Are they going to pop the Cypher Machine? No, they're not able to do so. They're not able to pop the Cypher Machine in time. The prisoner's going to go ahead and do it, but keep in mind, this clown still has teleport. Personally, going for that rescue seemed very risky, and it's not paying off for the survivors. The clown might be able to get this 4-man elimination.
Especially now they have to cut shut off the clown. It is a definite win. Phenomenal. Oh god. There you go.
He's going to go ahead and use that infinite dash. He's going to put on that propeller. Going for that back gate here. Knows the prisoner is in the vicinity. Does not have tinnitus yet. Now he does. He has tinnitus. He's going to know that the prisoner is nearby. He's going to look around. He's going to use the process of elimination. He's going to go into each of these areas, see where he gets tinnitus, and keep searching those areas until he finds the prisoner. You see the prisoner just kind of hiding behind the dungeon here. And the clown did end up crashing there. Oh, but the prisoner ran right into the clown. Uses that shock. I don't think he's going to be able to kite out enough to get this dungeon here. The clown does have detention. Gets that last hit, and this looks like a 4-man elimination for the clown. 5 points potential. The survivors do surrender, and that is a 4-kill for the clown. An excellent job from both sides, but a very good job from the Hunter here. Able to get that 4 kill and that 5 points for his team there.
Congratulations to the Hunter.
All right, so that is round 1. 5 points to 0 for the Rejected Memes here, which is an interesting team name. But that is their name, the Rejected Memes. So now we're gonna have to see. This puts a lot of pressure on the Hunter for the Prophecies. Down 5-0 immediately. They really need to have a bit of a comeback here. We'll see what he can pull out, but an excellent start for the Rejected Memes here. We'll see how the Prophecies can combat this, though. I just realized I actually don't have Yo-Yo's friends added, so he's gonna have to invite them.
Oh, could you invite me into spectators?
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching the stream. It does have a little bit of a delay for me for some odd reason.
There is no. I put a delay on it on purpose.
Oh, I see. Of course, my game has to download patches right now.
So I don't have Yo-Yo's friends added, so he has to invite them.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. So that is a quick here. We just need to get the second spectator. 1 second.
That was a very good takedown. It was very smooth and very professional, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was a very good start from the clown. You know, you really see insolence is a common build you see from a Hunter such as the clown, but really opted not to use it. Opted for that trump card, and that really was able to. He never really used that teleport, but that detention there at the end really was able to get him that win. Instead of using that wall block, which is something you'd see on Arms Factory, just go straight for detention, and that ends up getting him the win there. So, an excellent selection there from the clown.
Alright, you started the game, right?
No, I'm inviting you to spectate.
Alright, thanks. Oh god. Just 1 sec. There you go.
May I be invited too? Because
yes. Yes.
Of course. Where are you?
I got it. Are you on the Charmy account?
Yes, I am.
Okay. There we go. Oh, I didn't do a character block. I just realized.
Oh,
shoot.
dang.
Oops. Well, Corn, go ahead and just type in the chat. Hold on.
Alright. Corn, who do you want to ban?
Okay, so we're gonna have a seer ban, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have a seer ban from the hunter here. We're gonna see most likely this Anne, rather the disciple from Corn here. He's known for disciple. I believe he's actually an S disciple within the top 5 in the entire NAEU server. So we're gonna see some very high level hunting gameplay here. But I'm really excited to see what's the survivors opt to go for here. It looks like a cowboy, a wildling is not something you see every day, but it could have some potential. Possibly postman, I believe. Is that a was that a first officer? I believe. Oh, now an acrobat.
Acrobat.
Yeah, I'm so excited. These badges
that's a good.
getting me excited. I mean, acrobat. If it's gonna be a good one, you don't see often in tournament gameplay.
Yeah, not, and especially you don't really see a. You don't really see an acrobat utilized on Arms Factory very much. It's typically one of those survivors that you'd see on something like Moonlit River Park, where he has a lot of potential to rotate the hunter and get to certain areas that the hunter can't reach. But on something like Arms Factory, he doesn't really have that potential there. And we're gonna see if how he can use him here. Someone's kind of like has like a scratchy thing.
Alright. Is that to spawn to the back gate?
I believe that's actually the front gate. That's the factory gate. And we're gonna see who can find first here. Going for that middle. No one is actually in the middle here. You typically do see someone go for that triple pallet area, but opts not to go for it. Actually gets an immediate calibration. Finding that postman. This is actually very good for the hunter. Finding the postman early on is a really big deal. As the postman, typically not a very good fighter. We're gonna see him use those cats. Trying to trap the survivor here. Good job from the postman dodging that first hit though. We're going to see him vault that window. We'll see if he has that broken window speed boost. He does. And he's going to be able to loop around here. We'll see if he can make it to this window. Goes for that hit, unable to do so. We do see that wall block trait from the hunter here. I'm interested to see. Oh, he's able to get that hit there. You see that really quick pallet breaking speed as the hunter does build up towards the top of that persona web for that destructiveness persona breaking speed. Oh, uses that blink, and we're going to see blink as the trade. Yes, absolutely. An excellent job here from the hunter using that blink to get that slow stun on the survivor there. We're going to see a fairly quick down from the disciple, and I'm interested to see how the survivors can combat this. You do see the acrobat decoding, cowboy decoding. It looks like the wildling is going to come in for the save. Now, something to keep in mind is you may think that was a very good start for the survivors, as they could get 3 ciphers down very quickly, but there is a wildling on this team. The wildling decodes very slow and is unable to really, decode for most of this game. We'll see how the Anne can slow down this wildling. You have to get this save off. Goes for the immediate hit there, and he's going to get the save off before halfway mark.
See what they Cowboy also has a decoded ego.
Yeah, that is true. We're going to see that slow down a little bit there. We also see that the interesting play opting not to double hit the rescuer here. He's actually going to use the cats to slow down the wildling so he can no longer body block, allowing him to get that second hit on the postman. And he's going to be on the chair for the second time here. And you do see that wildling kind of running away here, but there's not much you can really do. I'm interested to see if the cowboy will be coming in for the save. That is most likely the case, as he is the second potential rescuer. You typically wouldn't see an acrobat going for a save. Now, something to keep in mind here, this is a very good area for the hunter. This is a very good chair, and that is very hard to get a lasso save in this area. There's walls on both sides blocking off the chair, so the cowboy can't lasso.
I feel like he's going to aim for to save. That was not a very good lasso like this.
He does get that hit. We're going to see if he can use these stats to stun the survivors. He's able to do so. He's going to get the knockdown immediately on the postman. We'll see if he can get the second hit on the cowboy, as the cowboy can't lasso, so that's something you got to keep in mind. He is able to get the second hit. The cowboy, he went for that lasso trick, trying to lasso over the hunter. Wasn't able to do so. But now you got to deal with this wildling. All you have to do is cat him, though. He will get stunned, and he can no longer use that dash. As you can see there, he is stunned and is unable to use the dash. He's going to go ahead and hit the wildling a couple times. He's going to use the cross here. What that does is that pulls the cat toward the wildling so he can no longer use that dash. If the wildling tries to dash the hunter here, he will get stunned before he's able to reach her. So this is going to allow him to freely put the cowboy on chair. You see 2 harassers on this team, but it's really not making too big of a deal here. Is this camp from the Anne is excellent. And you see the downside to playing the wildling here is that the wildling really can't decode. When I see him put down that cross, he's going to hit the wild. Oh, he gets the terror shock on the wildling.
Terror shock.
That was one of...
that was very well timed.
That was amazing. That was one of the most important plays of the game by far, though. We're going to see the acrobat complete. Oh, this is what he's going to do. He's going to pick up this wildling. That gives him no attack recovery on this acrobat. He's actually just going to go ahead and drop him here. We're going to see how we can deal with this acrobat. I'm actually interested to see what the acrobat should be using that firebomb here. Oh, he's going to get the stun. I think he's going to stuff this acrobat. Wow.
Oh my god, that was...
He is able to get the stuff on the acrobat. Now, something to keep in mind, this game is not quite over yet, though, is that these players can both self-heal. The wildling will be able to struggle free. And I think what he's going to do is he's just going to pretty much just wait it out here. He's going to wait for these survivors to self-heal. What he's going to do is he's going to let him struggle free. And if he struggles free, he's going to get stunned from this cross here, and he's not going to be able to go anywhere. This is a very smart play. Oh, but he's able to get back on the board, actually, in time. It did not quite pay off. He still has this blink available to him. That is something to keep in mind. And it looks like he may just go ahead and share this acrobat. Now, something to keep in mind here is if you share this acrobat and you allow this this wildling to get, or, reach the dungeon. Actually, the acrobat's going to struggle free as well.
Acrobat struggle free.
Now, I don't think this is going to make a huge deal at this point. If you just tunnel this acrobat, the wildling can't really decode, so he's just going to go ahead and down this acrobat at this point. And the wildling's going to try to stay alive long enough for him to reach the dungeon. However, if you're the hunter here, you really don't want to allow that to happen. You really need to secure that 4 kill for your team. Get those 5 points and get them back in the game here. They are down 5-0. And it looks like he's actually just going to... Nope, he's going to drop him. This is smart. What he's going to do is he's going to drop him on the chair right near the dungeon. That way he can camp the dungeon and know exactly where this survivor is. And this is going to put him in a very excellent position to try to secure this win. Immediately finds the acrobat as well. He still has that blink online. He has that full presence with the cats and the coffin. And it's going to be really hard for a while to actually make anything happen. Gets the terror shock. We're going to probably see the blink. Oh, goes for the blink. Gets the blink. Terror shock as well. Amazing.
Oh, that was very smart. Now that he can't self-heal, yeah, it's a definite death for. But we also remember that if this wildling gets chair, the acrobat can easily crawl towards dungeon.
Well, something to keep in mind is the acrobat can still self-heal.
But we do also have to wait for the wildling.
Keep in mind the acrobat can still self-heal. He struggled free. He actually never used his self-heal, so we're going to see that happen. The acrobat's going to get back up. He's going to have to kite the rest of the way here. However, it's going to be very hard. And the Anne has now located this acrobat. She used those cats for the vision here, and she kind of knows where he is, or he knows he's in this area. And the cat was able to hit on the wildling there. She's going to be able to get the down, and yeah, this is an excellent job from them. This is the 4-person elimination. Exactly what they needed there to tie this up, and we're going to see 5-5. Excellent job from the hunters here. And this series is tied 5-5, just like that.
Excellent. It's super rare to see someone cycle so well.
Yeah, absolutely. Korn is one of the top disciples on the NAEU server. It's really unlikely to see, Anne get played to that, capacity. Something to keep in mind is the reason why Anne isn't a very top ranked hunter is she gets Cypher Rush very hard, but the downside for the survivors is they were using that wildling. And the problem with using the wildling on something like that is, it's really difficult for them, in that they can't use that Cypher Rush to their full potential because the wildling typically won't even decode. He'll just follow the hunter around for most of the game. So that's one less person decoding at that point, and that makes it very difficult for the survivors to actually Cypher Rush the hunter. And the biggest weakness to the Anne is that Cypher Rush. She has very good chase and very good camp. But once that Cypher Rush comes into play, that's what's the downside for her. But if there isn't a Cypher Rush happening, the Anne's going to have an easy time getting that 4-person elimination. And we see that happen here, and we're going to have a 5-5 tie at this point. Anything to add, co-commentators?
Other than I'm excited to see further possible clown gameplay because of the tie. I'm going to straight up say that I am closer friends with Yo-Yo, and I'm definitely rooting for him, but everybody else just saying. I'm definitely excited to see his clown gameplay, though, as I don't see a lot of gameplay recently in tournaments.
Absolutely. I'm really interested to see what the survivors opt to ban. Now, something to keep in mind is we actually need to see Corn go to Hunter here, but something to keep in mind is that here, we're gonna have to get his attention. Something to keep in mind is the Hunter, you know, the Hunter who hunted in the last round will be hunting again, so it's going to be the Prophecies Hunter, Corn D is going to be hunting again. And we're going to see these same survivors on a different map, though. Interested to see how this plays out, though. I got to remember to do the block character mode this time, and not be clueless. We'll see.
I'm also a little bit in anticipation to possibly see some X-Boy gameplay, and with his new buff, I am definitely excited to see how he's going to be used in the tournament.
Absolutely, but you're really going to see, we're going to see most likely, you see the Ann from Corn a lot, but the problem is now that there is one Hunter ban at this point in the round, this makes it so that the survivors have that opportunity to ban the Ann, so we're going to see what Hunter comes out of Corn here. I'm most likely going to see that Ripper. Ripper typically a very strong on the, you know, on this Moonlit River Park map. So we're going to see, you know, and that is the second Hunter that he typically likes to play. So we're going to see how well he can, you know, utilize that to his advantage here. Natasha, are you online still?
Yes I am. I'm just a little busy right now. Apologies for not talking too much.
Okay. I guess we can go ahead and start it. Oh, we're starting, but...
You have a comment for me?
Oh, are you going to spectate, or...
Is there a reason you're giggling?
No, are you going to spectate the game?
Are you going to spectate with us? I'm spectating the live.
Oh, it's delayed, but...
Okay.
Okay.
It's not delayed by much.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Alright, I did actually remember the block character mode this time. Apologies for that in the first time, but we're going to see the we're going to see what the survivors opt for here. We're going to see. It looks like they're going to immediately probably just go ahead and block that Disciple. You saw a very strong Disciple gameplay from Corn in the last round, so it's very unlikely that they're actually going to go ahead and give him that option. I'm interested to see the second Hunter that comes out of Corn, though. Like I said, we're expected to see the Ripper here. He is typically known for that Ripper as a secondary Hunter, especially on a map such as Moonlit River Park. A very big map, and it is very good for that Ripper as he can get around very quick with that hitting and miss ability. We're going to actually see the Priestess ban over the Mercenary. This is interesting. Priestess is typically a very good survivor on this map as there is a second story building. You know, that's very good for Priestess. You can set up portals there. You can also portal through the middle of the bridge. And that's also, you know, very hard for the Hunter to deal with. Just kind of extra kiting routes for these survivors that the Hunter really wants to eliminate by banning that Priestess. We're going to most likely see a similar team composition here. We're seeing the Cowboy, Postman, Acrobat. We're going to actually see the Acrobat. I'm really excited to see how the Acrobat plays out here, because the Acrobat is a very good survivor on this map, in that you can jump on, you know, off of those platforms. You can jump off of that first stop and fourth stop platform, really rotating the Hunter hard, and it's very difficult for the survivors when that, or for the Hunter rather, when that happens. So I'm really interested to see, you know, how this Acrobat can be utilized on this map.
And I just realized that Corn is yet again hunting, even though you explained that multiple times. I may be slightly slow.
Yes, yeah, he is hunting yet again. We may actually see the Clown as well. You know, Corn himself, I've talked to him recently about this, and he said Clown just ain't it right now. He kind of struggles, and I have to agree. I actually used to be a Clown man myself. I don't play a lot of Clown anymore, because Clown really struggles a lot of survivors. But with that Priestess and Seer ban, the two survivors that are typically very strong against the Clown, and on a map like Moonlit River Park, we may see this Clown utilized. The Clown can get around the map very quickly with that rocket dash, using that infinite dash with the propeller. So I'm really interested to see how he can, you know, use that to his advantage here. But he's really...
Back to Ripper.
Switch back to Ripper there. I'm really interested to see, though.
Apologies, I do need to be right back.
Okay, no problem. But we're really really interested to see what what's Hunter he picks out here.
Because these are two very strong hunters on Moonlit and are both capable of easily stopping rescues that, may try to happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. And something to keep in mind is there aren't a lot of the reason why a lot of survivor, a lot of these hunters stop playing clown is he gets countered by a lot of these survivors. And there are two counters to this clown on the current composition of the surviving team, that being the cowboy and the acrobat. The acrobat can use that fireball ability to stop the clown's infinite dash, and he can also use that lasso. The cowboy can use that lasso to lasso away from the clown while he's using that dash, and cause him to actually just waste his dash in general. So we are actually going to see the Ripper come out from Corn here, and I'm really excited to see how he's able to use this to his advantage here. We're gonna find out, exactly how this goes. Again, I'm really excited to see the acrobat yet again. We'll see if he can use this to his advantage. But really using, we actually see him using that white tentacle skin for the Ripper. I'm actually a huge fan of the tentacle skins. I personally wouldn't use them as it would probably be distracting for me if I was playing Ripper, but I actually think they're really cool looking, and I really enjoy, seeing that being used here. Immediately going towards this area over near this working carousel is what we call it. Finds that acrobat immediately here, and he's actually using peepers, so we probably will see a peeper get dropped in one of these areas. Sometimes you see blink from something like a Ripper. Go ahead and drop that peeper. We'll see if we can use that Foggy Blade here. Uses that Foggy Blade, gets the attack with no attack recovery with the Foggy Blade. We'll see if he can land that second hit before the acrobat can reach the... Oh, he gets the second hit. That is a quick down on the acrobat. Uses that Foggy Blade for no attack recovery. Uses that speed boost from the fog to immediately catch up to the acrobat, getting that second down. And this is something what you see happen from the Ripper a lot, is that he has very good early game chase, and that he can get that Foggy Blade on that first hit, followed with a second immediate hit, and he's actually able to down the survivor right near another Cypher machine here, which is intent. So this is very good. We're going to see him slowly get that hidden and missed ability, making him invisible and a lot faster. This is going to be hard for the Wildling to save. If he can get that Foggy Blade followed up with that second hit, as we saw earlier. Gets the Foggy Blade. Can he get the second hit? No, he misses the first one. Acrobat goes for the juke. No, he gets the second hit and the stuff on the Wildling here. This is a quick 2 survivors down. No Cypher machines decoded at this point. He's going to drop a peeper here. We're going to have to see the Postman try to save. This is really an excellent job from the Ripper here. He's able to get the Foggy Blade hit on the acrobat. He's able to get that. So what he did there is he hit the Postman with a registered attack, and then that Foggy Blade went through the Postman and hit the acrobat at the same time. So the acrobat is actually now dead on chair. There are no Cypher machines decoded. One survivor is already out of the game. The Wildling is about to be put on the rocket chair. The Postman is injured, and the Cowboy is in no position to save us. He's on the other side of the map. This is an excellent start from the Ripper. This is very scary from Corn here. I really don't see how the survivors actually have a chance at coming back. They're going to need a huge comeback at this point. I just don't see how this is possible at this point.
And the key here is you should not maintain strong distance during rescuing, because it allows an open Foggy Blade that can, easily cause a double down. And if you have to take any hits at all, I would rather be a registered, M1 than a Foggy Blade and then an M1.
Absolutely, and you saw that Ripper there maintaining a little bit of distance from the rocket chair to try to prevent that registered hit, which is exactly what he was able to do. The survivors really want to try to avoid that, but it's hard to do that when you can't see the Hunter when he's invisible. We're going to see him use that lasso to try to pull himself closer. Goes for the gets the Foggy Blade. Can he get the second hit there before the save? No, they're going to be able to get the save off. He gets the down on the Cowboy, and the Wildling will get back. Surprised to just see him share this Cowboy here, and that is what he's going to do. The Wildling unable to get that stun off, unfortunately, and he's going to get the Cowboy on chair. You do see the Postman going over to decode. They're going to be finishing their second Cypher machine momentarily, but again, nobody's in position to save at this point. The Wildling is one shot, the Postman is one shot, and the Cowboy is on the on the rocket chair right now. And you see these peepers really coming into effect. He's able to slow down the decoding with that. You only see one Cypher machine decoded. You see the peepers giving him a lot of vision. He's going to know where the rescuer is coming from, because he can drop those peepers, and it looks like this save is going to be coming after half. So this is going to be really difficult. You are most likely going to see this Wildling going for the save. The problem is, can he pull it off? He is a one-shot. The Ripper has a Foggy Blade available to him, and he's just going ahead and hard camp this Cowboy. What the Wildling is doing here is he's staying nearby, and what this does is it gives the hunter tinnitus. He's given that hunter tinnitus, indicating that he's not going in for the save, or that someone is going in for the save. That causes so the Ripper can't leave and go, control those ciphers, and we do see the Postman finish a cipher machine because of that. So that is actually a good job of the Wildling giving the hunter tinnitus, and it looks like nobody's actually going to go ahead and save here. So we are able to get that second cipher machine down, but they still need 3 more, and there are 2 survivors injured. I believe the Wildling, he still is on his board, but it should be running out momentarily here. And I don't see how the survivors can come back in this one. Their best bet is, someone's able to kite all the way to dungeon before someone bleeds out. I mean, this is just a dominant performance from the Ripper here. You really see the power of the Ripper using that Foggy Blade, not able to register that hit, and the speed boost he has, especially on a large map like this. It's really put him in a really good position here.
And it's amazing how Horn uses these hunters that we normally don't see in tournaments. We have the Cyclone Rippers compared to how we normally see the Blood Queens, the Wu Changs, the Feasters.
Absolutely, you're going to see him get this down here, using these non-meta hunters to his advantage. Not something you see, every day, as you mentioned. But he's actually going to go ahead and drop this survivor. Dropping a peeper. What he's doing here is he's dropping a peeper on this Postman. And what that does, he's actually going to use this Foggy Blade here to get that speed boost, so he's going to get around the map a lot quicker. He drops that peeper on the survivor there. And what that does is it makes it so, if the survivor is able to self-heal, he's going to see the survivor get up, and he's going to be able to see which direction he's going. He's going to be able to get him back down again, and he will no longer have that self-heal potential anymore. We're going to see him chase the Wildling. Now, this Wildling can't waste a lot of time, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. The survivors are both dead at this point. He got hit with the Foggy Blade there. That's going to give him the speed boost. He's going to be able to catch up to this Wildling for a second time here. And, this is going to be really... There's just no way the survivors can come back in this. Again, the Postman can get back up, but Corn's going to know as soon as that happens. There is a peeper on the Postman. So it's going to be very difficult. This is the build we see from him, using that trump card. Never opted to really even use it. Never needed it. And we're going to see... he's going to Terror Shock the Wildling, get him down. Postman is back up. We're going to most likely just see him vault this window, drop a peeper on the Wildling, and go search for this Postman. That's exactly what he's going to be doing here. He knows the direction of the Postman as he saw him get up after that peeper. With that peeper, he's really looking around here. Kind of going in the wrong direction, though. The Postman is on the other side of the map. He's over near that, what we call broken carousel. And he's actually transitioned over to tent here. But at this point, like I said, this is pretty much just a wrap. There's not much the survivors can do. If there was one cipher machine, remaining, they might be able to decode it and finish it. But look at that, the Ripper's immediately able to find him here. He's able to track down this Postman. Gets the second hit here. He's gonna actually opts to chair the Postman. Something to keep in mind: the Postman cannot self-heal. So chairing this Postman may be a bit of a risk. Nope, he's actually just gonna. This is smart. He's gonna go ahead and drop the Postman. He knows the Postman can't self-heal. And he's just going to go ahead and down this Wildling. He sees the direction of where the Wildling's going based off of that peeper. And he's just going to go look for the Wildling. If he can down this Wildling, it is going to be that 4-person elimination, as the Postman, like I said, can no longer self-heal. This is he just kind of looking around, trying to find that tinnitus. Currently does not have it, but he's going to keep looking around. He now just picked up tinnitus. He knows that the survivor is over in this area. Most likely hiding. We're going to see him probably drop a couple peepers around, trying to find that Wildling. He still has 2 peepers on his inventory. Drops one here. But the Wildling's doing a good job of hiding. He's actually unable to find him there. Okay, so the Postman is almost halfway to bleeding out, so if the Wildling can hide long enough and avoid these peepers, he will be able to, get that dungeon when the Postman bleeds out. So it's going to be very difficult, but it is possible. Again, once that boar recharges in 27 seconds, he's going to be able to take 2 more hits. Additionally to the hit that will get him down before the Ripper can actually get him, knocked down and on the rocket chair. We're going to see the Ripper transition over towards the tent area here. Really trying to find... He's actually going to go back to this Postman to make sure the Wildling isn't healing. Still does not have tinnitus, though. And the Wildling's doing a very good job of avoiding these Ripper's peepers. And now he's gotten crows, though. This is something to keep in mind. Once you haven't hit the cipher machine for a long period of time, you will get those crows. And now that he's back on the board, he is unable to hit a cipher machine. Those crows are going to remain. on the Wildling here. He has to kite until this Postman, you know, bleeds out, and it's still going to be a decent amount of time. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a while before, you know, this Postman bleeds out. So we're going to see what the Ripper can do here if he can get this down on the Wildling. It's going to be, again, very difficult. The Wildling is a very fast on that board. He's going to go ahead and, oh, good mind gaming here. Good mind gaming. Oh, gets the first hit there on the Wildling. Let's see if he can get the second one. Does get the second hit. He's going to vault this window and get down here. But I think this is pretty much it at this point. The Wildling is a very slow hunter. Oh, he's going to trump card into Patroller. This is awesome. The hunter still hasn't used his trump card yet. He's going to use that to switch into Patroller. Gets the down on the Wildling. No one can self-heal at this point. That is going to be the 4-player elimination for the hunter here. We're going to see what he's doing, just waiting for him. I think they're just going to wait till they bleed out or they surrender at this point. And he's going to go ahead and put the Wildling on the chair. No, he's just going to go ahead and wait for them to bleed out. This is very smart. You do see the Postman is sitting on Dungeon, though. So what he's going to do is he's going to wait for the Postman to bleed out. Then he's going to chair this Wildling and secure that 4-person elimination. Very good patience from the Ripper here, and it looks like they are going to surrender. The survivors realize they're unable to win this game, unable to get that person out through the dungeon. 3 Cypher machines remaining. That is a dominant performance from the Ripper here. You know, an excellent job all around. Managed to stuff 2 rescues, or rather 1 rescue, and get the Wildling down on that second one. That is a very big deal and a very strong start, or rather a strong second game for the Ripper here, and this is going to put the Prophecies up 10-5 here after another 4-person elimination, and we're going to have to see a very strong comeback from the Rejected Memes Hunter. He really needs to get that 4-person elimination as well to stay in the game here. Now, something to keep in mind: this is a 3-game round, so there will be a third game from both survivors and hunters after this next one, so they will have a chance to come back, but you really need to see a strong comeback from the hunter here, and I'm really interested to see if he's able to pull that out in this next round. Again, not able to get that unable to get that down, or unable to get that, at least one of those survivors to get out. This is going to be a lot of pressure for the hunter, for Rejected Memes here. So I'm really interested to see if they're able to come back. It's a lot of pressure, coming back after being down this far in the game. Being down 5 points is a huge feat, and it's going to be very hard for them to be able to combat this. We are going to see they will have the option to block 2 survivors, though, that being the hunter, and the survivors will have the option to block 1 hunter. Most likely going to see that clown block here. I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out. Just waiting for these survivors to ready up at this point. And I'm really, I'm really interested to see the team composition here. Something to keep in mind, this is Moonlit River Park. You see something, strong like a priestess on this map. And we're going to see, if that actually comes into play. Now, again, something to keep in mind, like I had mentioned, the hunter has 2 survivor bans. So if they can ban priestess, which is most likely something you'll see along with that seer, that's going to be the case here. It looks like they're opting to block the Axe Boy, potentially. Nope, blocking Ripper. It looks like they may be blocking the Ripper here. Really scared of the Ripper on this map, as you saw that really strong gameplay. And it is going to be a Ripper ban here. So Ripper, a very strong hunter on this map, as you see, using that speed boost to get around a large map such as Moonlit River Park. And we're going to see the Priestess and the Seer ban, just as predicted. You're welcome, guys, for my excellent predictions. So we're going to see a Priestess and Seer ban from the hunter here. Again, Priestess very strong on this map. Seer very strong against, a clown, if that is what we're expected to see from Yo-Yo here. But, again, going back to that last match, you saw the potential of the Ripper, right? You saw the potential to stuff those saves, prevent those rescues, and that made a huge difference in the game, and the survivors really don't want to have to deal with that, so they're going to opt to get rid of that Ripper. Now, something to keep in mind is Yo-Yo still has that Axe Boy in his back pocket. Axe Boy, a very, very strong hunter at this point. After that huge buff to him, he's able to essentially fireball outside of the corrupt zones. You know, with certain types of fireballs. He's got insane speed boost. He's able to slow down survivors once they leave that corrupt zone. Once they break the trees, they get alerted. The hunter gets alerted. He has so many new buffs that really put him in a strong position if you're actually opting to play that Axe Boy. But I'm really interested to see what they actually, you know, opt to use here. So it's gonna be exciting for sure. We see potentially a perfumer and a mechanic. Mechanic, we didn't see that in the first round. We actually saw a prisoner out of you know, Globage there, but we may see the mechanic this time. You know, again, we like to, you know, a lot of people would agree that mechanic outclassed prisoner, and that while mechanic may not be as strong as a kiter, that's not their job. You know, the main idea from the decoder is to decode, not kite. Right, so if you're able to decode with your doll while even kiting with that mechanic, while the mechanic's on chair, they can decode with the doll. It makes it so your team needs one less Cypher machine to decode if you have that force survivor with that doll. We may see a magician as well, which is interesting. But it looks like a mercenary, something you typically would see. Mercenary right now, one of the strongest survivors in the game, by far the strongest rescuer in the game, as they can take up to 3 hits. Very hard to stuff a mercenary. We're going to see the perfumer, a typical kiting character. Another character of rescue, that is the Gravekeeper. And opting to switch off that mechanic, maybe going back to that prisoner yet again. But I'm really interested to see, you know, what they finally decide on here. And it looks like that is the final character selections. It's going to be the Gravekeeper, prisoner, mercenary, and that perfumer up against the clown yet again. So we're going to see how well this can play out at this point. I'm really interested to see, actually, the trait from the clown. We saw, you know, excitement in that last game to counteract that coordinator, but with no coordinator in the game, we most likely will see something such as Blink. And it looks like the clown spawning here at the broken carousel. Keep in mind, there is no priestess. Priestess being that hard counter to clown, you know, unable to use that from the survivors. And it looks like he's immediately just starting with teleport. We're going to look at the build here, and he opts to take off that trump card. You know, building up to destructiveness with that pallet breaking speed, as well as wanted order to see where those survivors are coming from a distance away. He's going to go ahead and put on that Wild Wings, or rather not that Wild Wings, rather that propeller for that infinite dash. Immediately locates the mercenary here. He's actually just going to opt to leave him. This is smart. Mercenary, not a survivor you typically want to chase, as they can waste a lot of your time. They have increased chair persistence. They can be on the chair for long periods of time. They have elbow pads to move around quickly. And we see him going after this prisoner here. Can he get the hit on him? Oh, he uses that shock to break up the rocket dash. An excellent move here from the prisoner. He's going to throw down this pallet, throw down both of these pallets. He knows that the clown is coming around here. He's going to vault this pallet, get that speed boost, transition over towards fourth stop. You see him not opting for that insolence yet again. Now, something to keep in mind, the prisoner already has used his shock, so he most likely will take at least one hit here. But there is no insolence from the clown, so we're going to see how long he can actually kite here. It looks like he's going to take that first hit, throws that pallet down. He's going to transition away here. The clown's going to go ahead and break that pallet. Uses that increased pallet breaking speed with destructiveness. As you saw, we're going to look at it yet again. He builds 40% to that. It looks like the prisoner's going to vault this window, get the speed boost. We'll see if he can make it to this pallet. Oh, he vaults the window right into the hunter. A huge a huge mistake there from the prisoner. A bit of a misstep there. That may cost him. However, there is one Cypher machine down at this point. The Gravekeeper is about to finish his Cypher. And the mercenary is about 50% of the way done with his, and it looks like he is going to be going in for the save here. Goes for a very early save. This is really interesting. This is not something you expect to see. He's going to opt to body block. I'm not actually sure why. You know, the number one rule of playing mercenaries, you never body block the first rescue. You never want to get double hit. And this is going to put the survivors in a huge disadvantage, taking that second hit there. And it looks like the prisoner is going to get hit with the rocket dash. We're going to have 2 survivors down at this point. This is an excellent start from the hunter. The mercenary getting double hit there is actually going to cost the team a huge deal here. We're going to see that perfumer kind of transition away here. We may see him try to rocket dash. He's going to go ahead and drop. Oh no, unable to use the perfume. This is a huge deal. The clown is off to an excellent start. That is 3 mistakes already here from the surviving team. This is costing them a big time. No perfume, you know, double hitting the rescuer, and unfortunately vaulting right into vaulting the window right into the hunter. This is gonna be monumental for the hunter. You see 2 Cypher machines down at this point, but you know, these mistakes from the survivors are really going to cost him, and the hunter knows he has wanted order on these survivors healing. He's going to be dashing around here. looking for a potential rescuer. He does not have tinnitus, so he knows they're most likely not going to save, and he's going to opt to leave the chair. That is a very, very smart move, and he's going to find these survivors healing, and he's going to be able to get the down on the perfumer. That's going to be a big deal. He's looking around, sees if he needs to teleport on the chair, realizing no one is going in for that rescue, and that's going to allow him to put this, perfumer safely on the chair. The Gravekeeper's going to go immediately dig here. Oh, goes for the dash. Misses the hit on the Gravekeeper. Oh, now he does get that hit now. Goes for that save. Hits the Gravekeeper. He's going to take that first hit. That's going to allow the Perfumer to get away here. But something to keep in mind, this Clown now has full presence. Okay, he has full presence. And that's going to be a huge deal. He's going to throw this pallet down. He's going to be able to dash very fast. I don't think there's any way this Perfumer can actually kite this Clown with this maximum presence. Drops that Perfume. Oh, tries to bait the Perfume there. An excellent move from the Perfumer. Baits the Perfume. Sending the Perfume back. The Clown expected it, went back. Oh, but a good move from the Clown, getting the Perfumer to vault there. And she is going to go down. But an excellent move from the Perfumer, buying a little bit of extra time there. Able to avoid that dash. Very smart job. Kind of a bit of a mind game. It's a mind game situation. We see the Gravekeeper about to finish his Cypher Machine. The Mercenary's, close to finishing his. He's going to have to go in for the save, though. The problem is that the Perfumer died near this Cypher Machine, and this is going to be very hard for this, this Mercenary to pull off a save. He has no more elbow pads, guys. Keep this in mind. He has no more elbow pads. He cannot dash over to that, get that rescue. He's going to hit with the rocket dash. We'll see if he can get there for the save in time. I think he is going to be able to make it. There is no blink from this Clown, and absolutely, he's going to try to body block a hit. No, he doesn't. He just lets the Perfumer go down, so that might be another mistake from the survivors. This is really costing them here. But we're going to see what the Gravekeeper can do. He's looking around. He's already finished his Cypher Machine at this point, and the Mercenary is down. I don't think the Clown knows exactly where the Mercenary went down, though. So what he's going to do is probably going to put on an infinite dash. That's exactly what he's going to do. And he's going to go look for this Mercenary. Possibly even just look for the Gravekeeper as well to try to secure this 4-person elimination. That's exactly what he's going for. He's going to go look for that Gravekeeper. Knew the Mercenary went down within the vicinity, but he's going to go ahead and leave him. Knows the Mercenary takes a long time to heal. And based off of that, he's going to go look for the Gravekeeper. Does have tinnitus, so he knows that the Gravekeeper is kind of far away, or kind of nearby, rather, now that he leaves the tinnitus range. He knows that the Gravekeeper is no longer nearby, so he's going to keep looking in the area where he got tinnitus. That's exactly, look at that, he's going back. He's going to go across the bridge here. I don't believe he saw the footsteps yet of the Gravekeeper, though. No, he did not, so he has tinnitus, looking around for the Gravekeeper, going back towards the Mercenary here, really trying to find the Gravekeeper. But keep in mind, there is one Cypher Machine remaining. If this team is able to get up and possibly decode that, he's going to go ahead and dig here. This is very smart. He's going to dig, vault that window, and try to transition away here. If the Mercenary can get up and get on that last Cypher Machine and get it primed before this Gravekeeper can go down, the survivors may be able to get a one-person escape, putting him in a good position. Oh, we see him just straight up run through that pallet. Excellent job from the Clown. That is not so, a lot of hunters typically like to swing at pallets. We're going to see the Clown run straight through that pallet to avoid that. We see a little bit of lag there, unfortunately. But you saw him run straight through that pallet, expecting that, of not even worried about the pallet stun. Just going straight for that hit, and he's able to land it there. Now, the Gravekeeper, the Mercenary actually picked up a Perfume, interestingly enough. Keep in mind, the Gravekeeper can still self-heal, so that's something you may see happen here. But yeah, it looks like Gravekeeper is back up. We're going to see how long he can kite for here. I'm really interested to see. Full presence on the Clown. There's no way you can avoid this dash. It's just too fast, and that's what's going to happen. The Mercenary really at this point needs to, he needs to either try to finish the last Cypher Machine or go for that dungeon. Now, this is the Hunter leaving the Gravekeeper here is a little bit of a scary strategy, and the reason for that is that if there was a Cypher Machine almost primed and the Mercenary would have popped it, the Gravekeeper would get up, and this would make it so that the survivors, would be able to, get possibly a one-person escape here. He's really just dashing around. What the Mercenary is doing, guys, at this point is he's really just trying to wait for this Gravekeeper to bleed out so he can reach that dungeon and get that one-person escape. Now, something to keep in mind, we saw in the last game with that Wildling, he got crows from not being on Cypher Machines for a long period of time. And that's going to be the case. He is picking up those crows. The Clown knows exactly where he is at this point. And I think this is going to be a 4-person... this is what we said. And what I was saying before, this is a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure on the Clown to get, you know, a 4-person escape and tie up this game. But an excellent job from these Hunters, able to do so here. A pretty good start from the Survivors, a pretty good kite from the Prisoner. He's going to just kind of hover at this roller coaster. The Clown's going to wait for him to use it. But it looks like the Mercenary having a lot of patience here. Very good job. He's going to wait for the Clown to get close to him before he goes on this roller coaster. And then he's going to go ahead and get on it. And he's going to take it. Look at that. He's going to take the roller coaster now. I don't know if he already hit the stop sign or not. If he did, he may be able to get across the map and get to that Gravekeeper. No, it looks like he didn't hit the stop sign. That's a little bit of an issue there. The Clown might be able to catch up to him here. He's back on the roller coaster. I think he's going to just jump to the other side. Yep, he's going to jump to the other side. Just trying to buy as much time as he can here against this Clown. Keep in mind, once the roller coaster is on that second stop platform for 20 seconds, he'll be able to use it again. Oh, he's going to teleport across. A good job from the Clown, saving that teleport for using that roller coaster. He's going to take the roller coaster across. And he's going to be able to catch up to this Mercenary here. I don't think the Mercenary is going to be able to get the heal off on the Gravekeeper in time, unfortunately. Now, something to keep in mind, the Clown no longer has that propeller for that infinite dash. So he's not actually going to be able to, you know, get that propeller dash and get that down that Mercenary. But if he's able to get him right here, he's going to take the slide. He's going to use that dash, most likely. Oh, no, he uses the perfume. He dropped the perfume on top of the slide there, took the slide down. And a lot of patience from the Mercenary buying time. Uses that dash just in time. Or uses that slide just in time to get down. This Mercenary's wasting a lot of time. Guys, something to keep in mind, the Mercenary can take 2 hits. Okay, so if he can kite long enough for the Gravekeeper to bleed out, this will be a really good spot. But he's out of options at this point. The Hunter has Rocket Dash now. He's going to dash this Mercenary, most likely. Oh, he's able to dodge it. This Mercenary just looping these barrels right here. Oh, but there is the second hit. He's going to be able to, you know, get to the dungeon, but the Gravekeeper's not going to bleed out in time, unfortunately. He's just going to go up this slide, maybe slide down. Nope, go back around. And he knows he can't get to that dungeon in time. An excellent job from the Mercenary, almost able to get there. But you see the Gravekeeper was about to bleed out. Almost able to get there, but unfortunately did not quite work out. The Mercenary's going to go down. The Survivors will surrender. And that is a 4-player elimination. We have the series tied up. I believe, what is this? 10-10 at this point. Very close there at the end, but 5 points again to the Hunter there. An excellent job from both sides. The hunting has been incredible. You know, these Hunters, you know, with this hunt, they're doing a great job hunting. And it's really putting the Survivors in difficult positions. The Clown from Yo-Yo there, very good job. You see, you know, dominant gameplay as well from, you know, Corn using that and using that Ripper. That was incredible Ripper gameplay. It's not something you see every day, but he's able to stuff multiple rescues there. And a few mistakes there from the Survivors cost them the game. But an excellent job hunting from Yo-Yo as well. You know, great job all around. We're going to see the third round of the tournament. While we're here, guys, just take a minute to look at my beautiful room. I have my nice little swing over there. I have my couch and my posters. I got to actually work on it a little bit. I got to add some more stuff. But anyways, guys, let's get into the last round here. Guys, the series is tied 10-10. This is neck and neck. You know, I'm really interested to see if they're able to pull this out at this point. It's going to be very difficult. We're going to see. We have to get the Hunters back here. Give me a second. Where's Leo? There we go. Leo's Memory is going to be the last map here. I need to go to lock character mode. Oh my god, I messed up. I'm stupid. Ignore me wasting a lot of time here, guys. There we go. All right, and this is going to be the last round of this, you know, for this day one. 2 games from both sides. We're going to see a Hunter from Yo-Yo here. We're going to see the Hunter from Corn. It is tied 10-10, guys. Okay, now keep in mind, this is a double elimination tournament. So these Survivors go in, you know, whoever loses this round, it's not too big of a deal. They will have a second chance to potentially come back. But we're going to see what they opt to block here. You know, we saw that Clown. We're most likely just going to see the Clown, and that's actually what's going to happen. The Clown going down here. I'm most likely to see the Axe Boy as the second block. possibly the Ripper as well, but no, it looks like going to be Axe Boy and the Smiley Face Clown here are going to be the two bands, as those appear to be the two mains from Yo-Yo here. We're going to see what Yo-Yo opts to block. Probably the Seer and the Priestess, possibly a Mercenary as the third band, but we're going to find out. Potentially a Perfumer as well, if he's going for that Ripper, but I'm not quite sure. We're going to see. But most likely we're going to see Seer, Priestess, and Mercenary. Those are the typical bands from these hunters. Guys, it is tied 10-10. I cannot stress that enough. It's coming down to this last round. Whoever's able to get the most points out of this last round will win. Now, if we go into a tiebreaker situation, we will play another round with an extra band. So there will, if it ties, say at 15-15, we are going to go into a fourth round with 4 survivor bands and 3 hunter bands. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what survivors we pick here. We're going to see that forward finally here from Chili Boys. He is typically known for making that forward. We saw a Mercenary out of him in the first 2 rounds, but he is optionally going for that forward. It looks like Explorer or Mind's Eye. Looks like they're probably just trolling at this point. Oh, Lawyer. Could we see the Lawyer? Probably not, but it's possible. It's possible. Oh, Embalmer. Okay. Well, imagine you see Embalmer. But yeah, it looks like the coordinator coming out from Corn here, the forward coming out from Chili Boys. Garbage deciding on possibly Magician. This is interesting. Not something you see a lot, but possibly Magician. And we're just we're going to see what Corn Best and also known as Destiny picks for their survivor. Looks like it's going to be that Gravekeeper. You see used a lot. Gravekeeper has been used a lot in this tournament gameplay. Gravekeeper has been one of those survivors that's very good for rescuing, very good for wasting a lot of the hunter's time in the early game. The Gravekeeper is very tempted to chase, but they can take up to 4 hits, so it's really not something you want to spend a lot of time on. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see what these survivors opt to pick here. Potentially going back to that Prisoner. I'm not quite sure. But it looks like it's going to be Magician. Nope, maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna find out what they opt to select here. Looks like it's going to be that Mercenary here from Globage. Really, again, Mercenary being that best rescuer in the game, and we did see that Perfumer ban. It's over that Mercenary ban, so the survivors still have a Mercenary option here. It looks like it's going to be Coordinator. Looks like they're going for the 4 rescue strategy here. This is something you typically actually would see in the third round of a tournament. Once you get your Seer band, your Priestess band, your Perfumer band, you might see a 4 rescue strategy, and that's going to be that Mercenary, that forward, Gravekeeper, and Coordinator. 4 very good kiters that can waste a lot of time, a lot of the hunter's time. Now, something to keep in mind, the decoding will be on the slower side, as all these rescue characters do have decoding debuffs, as they do decode slower. Because of that, because they are those rescue characters. Besides the Coordinator, her debuff only activates once the survivor, is on the rocket chair. But it looks like it's going to be the Feaster here from Yo-Yo. I'm really interested to see the trait he uses as well. You see some hunters using Blink, you see some hunters using Teleport, and some of them using Peepers. So I'm really interested to see what he actually opts to go for here. But yeah, it looks like that Feaster up against that Mercenary, Gravekeeper, Coordinator, and the forward. And it looks like he's opting for the Excitement. This is actually a very smart play. You see a Coordinator and a forward, 2 stunning, 2 stunning hunters, or survivors rather, that can stun the hunter. He's going to immediately find this Gravekeeper. The Gravekeeper is going to run through this pallet and kind of try to loop the hunter here. He's probably going to throw this pallet down and dig under it. That's what he's going to do. He's going to throw the pallet. He's going to opt not to dig there now. He's going to go dig now. I'm interested why he didn't actually dig near that pallet, which is a little bit of an interesting play. But this is going to give a tentacle to the Feaster here. It's going to make it very hard for him to, for the survivor to kite. He's going to put a tentacle most likely right next to this pallet. That's what he's going to do. We're going to see if he can get the hit. Oh, he gets the hit. He wasn't unable to loop the tentacle. And the shovel back is back now, so we're probably going to see him dig here as he gets over. We're going to see that pallet break from the Feaster. Throws the pallet down. Most likely going to see him start digging here. And that is what he's going to do. He's going to dig. Gets the hit. Oh, he's unable to land the hit, though, unfortunately, before he starts digging. and that's going to allow the Gravekeeper to transition away here. We see the Mercenary about 50% done with his Cypher. Coordinator, you know, about 60%, and the Forward about 40%. This Feaster's doing a very good job. It is very hard to catch a Gravekeeper. They can waste a lot of your time. He's already gotten 3 out of the 4 hits required to get this Gravekeeper down. He's going to vault that pallet. Let's see if he can get the speed boost. No, he did not have... or he did not get the knee-jerk speed, you know, knee-jerk reflex speed boost in time. He's going to be able to get the down on the Gravekeeper. Now, keep in mind, the Survivors have, you know, Corn on the team, a very good hunter. We saw 2 4-man eliminations from him, you know, earlier in this round, earlier in this tournament. So we're going to see the Survivors, you know, at least want to get 1 person escape to prevent that 4-person elimination. And again, you see that excitement coming into play. No peepers. He's going to probably bring up a tentacle right on this forward. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. The forward's going to get hit. He doesn't loop the tentacle on again. 2 mistakes there from the Prophecies. This is costing them here. You know, the Mercenary about to finish his Cypher Machine. The forward's kind of just wasting time at this point. Goes for another tentacle. Trying to bait out the tentacle here. The Feaster with a lot of patience, though, is really not using that tentacle too early. We did see that Coordinator go in for that save. Keep in mind, she still has that flare gun. The Feaster actually doesn't know who's who. He actually started to chase the Coordinator for a second. Oh, it looks like he found the Coordinator. He lost the Gravekeeper. Let's see if the Gravekeeper can get away. I think he might still have a track on the Gravekeeper. He does, but this is going to waste a lot of time here. He's going to throw... The forward's going to throw this pallet down, make it, you know, a lot harder for the Feaster to catch up to the Gravekeeper. We're going to see the forward drop these tracks down. And it looks like the Feaster lost that, lost the Gravekeeper. The Feaster lost the Gravekeeper. An excellent job there. The forward's going to use that football to dash away and just make a lot of distance. He's going to use almost all of his football there just to completely get away from the Feaster here. And we'll see if the Feaster is going to keep chasing the forward. It looks like, nope, he's going to opt to leave the forward. And he's going to use this tentacle to find the location of the closest survivor. That's going to point out the forward. Now, the forward is still a good kiter even without that football. He has that increased vaulting speed, increased pallet throwing speed. Oh, the forward got caught in a bit of a rough area here. I think the Feaster's going to be able to get this down here. Oh, an excellent move from the forward. Juking to the side of the pallet to dodge the hit, throwing the pallet and getting around there. And it looks like we'll see what the forward can do to buy time. There is a tentacle on the other side of that pallet. You have to be really careful here. We'll see if he can loop it. Oh, an excellent try from the forward, trying to remove that tentacle to prevent it from being used. But he was able to, you know, come up on the forward there and is unable to get... he's able to get him down very quickly there. But you do see the Coordinator about to finish her Cypher Machine. The Gravekeeper is healed up, about to finish his, and the Mercenary about to finish theirs. The Cypher Machines are almost prime. This is the forward's first time on share. Something to keep in mind, this Feaster still does have excitement. Alright, so the Coordinator wants to use that flare gun to the best of her advantage here. But may not be able to use that, you know, with that excitement here. So we're going to see who goes in for save. The Gravekeeper has the last Cypher Machine prime. It looks like the Mercenary's waiting at the gate, and the Coordinator is the one going for the save, possibly. I'm not quite sure who's going for the rescue, but it could be they just pop the Cypher Machine all together and try to get, you know, go for the tie as well, but you'd think they go for a save here. It looks like the Mercenary's going for the save. A little bit of miscommunication there is going to cost them. No, they're just going to go ahead and pop there. They're going to go ahead and pop the last Cypher Machine. It looks like the Mercenary's not going in for the save. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but, you know, I guess the Survivors really just feel like they can secure this tie, and their Hunter Corn will be able to get the win for them. It looks like that's what they're going for, just trying to secure the tie. We're going to see him find 2 Survivors here, really just trying to tunnel down this Gravekeeper. Chasing the Mercenary would not be a very good, you know, idea, and that the Mercenary can take 2 hits. Throws a snowball at his own Survivor. I'm not even sure what's going on at this point. They might just be trolling, but the Gravekeeper is going to go down here. The Hunter does... I don't believe he runs Trump Card. Looking at... Oh, he does run Trump Card. He can Trump Card into Teleport here. And we may see him Trump Card into Teleport towards that exit gate. We see the Coordinator and the Mercenary heading for the gate at this point. Looks like he is teleporting. The Coordinator's going to shoot. No excitement anymore. Keep that in mind. There is no excitement. The Mercenary is going to go ahead and escape as well. This is going to be a tied game. Excellent job from both sides. A great job of the, you know, the Coordinator going for that save and the forward distracting, allowing the Gravekeeper to get away. And that is going to be a tie game. And this is going to put the series at 12-12. We're still... You know, we're still tied up, guys. It's 12-12. This is amazing. At this point, the Hunter for Prophecies Corn used a 3-person elimination to move his team onto the winner's bracket. But you know, a tie of the game would put them in a tiebreaker scenario, putting us into a 4th round. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Again, this is excellent gameplay from both sides. But you know, good gameplay at the end. Able to tie there. A great job from the Feaster there, though, to get that quick down on the Gravekeeper. Again, getting a Gravekeeper down is really hard to do. You know, in that the Gravekeeper can waste a lot of your time. The Gravekeeper can waste a lot of your time. You got the Gravekeeper down very quickly, though. And that's going to put him in a very good position. We're moving on to the last round here, guys. Last game of the round. The series is tied at 12-12. You know, if the survivors are able to get a 3-person escape, they will advance to the next round. If the hunter is able to get a 3-person elimination or more, then prophecies will advance to the next round. If it is a tie, we will go to a 4th round tiebreaker scenario, which could be exciting as well. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest with you. But I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. This is going very well so far. Keep in mind, guys, this is the only round for today. If you guys are watching this and aren't on a part of the Discord, don't forget to check out the Discord. The link is in the video description below. Feel free to check that out. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're waiting on one more person here, I believe. But yeah, guys, round 2, day 2 of the tournament will begin tomorrow. We're going to have more rounds tomorrow. We're going to have the Trojans versus Heatwave, and we're going to have the, I believe it's the winner's bracket game tomorrow as well. So, not legendary, I'm stupid. Block character mode. Block 2 hunters, block 3 survivors. There we go. All right, I'm interested to see what the blocks are going to be here. Again, the survivors have 2 hunters that they can ban here, and the hunter has 3 survivors. We're most likely going to see from the hunter again, like I was saying. We're going to see that Ann and Ripper, most likely. That is exactly. They immediately go for that Ann and Ripper nose. You know, that Khorne is strong in those fields with those hunters. And we're going to see what he, you know, Khorne opts for the ban. It's probably going to be Seer Priestess Mercenary, most likely. Potentially Gravekeeper as well. Again, Gravekeeper is a very good rescuer and a very good at wasting time, but I would expect the Mercenary to be banned most likely here. No, opting to potentially go for the Perfumer. Okay, opting to block the Perfumer here. That's interesting. So we're gonna see giving that Mercenary option to the survivors. They opted not to use it in that first time, but it looks like they potentially will be going for that Mercenary instead of that Cowboy. We saw Snapple 43 playing that Cowboy a lot in the earlier rounds, but instead maybe going for the Mercenary here, really trying to switch up that gameplay, you know, and see how it could potentially shift, you know, the match here. 2 rescuers so far. I'm interested to see if Yo-Yo goes back to that Wildling. We saw the Wildling cause a little bit of an issues in terms of preventing that Cypher Rush from being as successful as possible, but we'll see how this plays out. We're going to see the Seer Priestess and Perfumer bans yet again, so those are not available, but yeah, I'm really excited to see. I'm actually really excited to see the hunter selection from Khorne here. You know, his 2 mains being Ripper and Disciple now banned. I'm not quite sure what he could potentially be going for. Potentially, it looks like possibly Violinist here. And it looks like Yo-Yo again, probably deciding on that Prospector most likely, but we're not entirely sure just yet. Still waiting on that character selection. Guys, I would like to apologize for me being unable to read the chat. I will have the chat up for tomorrow's events. But yeah. Anyways, let me get this fixed. There we go. Apologies for that, guys. But yes, I will be having the stream up with the chat readable for tomorrow, guys. So don't worry, I will be reading your chat for day 2 and day 3 of this tournament. Day 3 will be on Sunday. That will be the finals, and that will begin, I believe, at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same time as today. Tomorrow's tournament will begin, or day 2 of the tournament will begin tomorrow at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that is half an hour before this round originally started. But yeah. So it looks like we're going to see that Mercenary, Prisoner, First Officer, and Prospector, 2 Rescuers, a Decoder, and a Kiting character up against the Violinist from Khorne here. I believe I've spoken to Korn recently, and he's fairly new to Violinist. He just started playing him fairly recently, so I'm really interested to see how he can use his Violinist to his advantage, and potentially get this win. Guys, keep in mind, if Korn is able to get a 3 or more person elimination, he will advance his team to the winner's bracket, and the Rejected Memes will be going to the loser's bracket. This is a double elimination tournament, keep in mind. However, a win for the survivors will advance them, and a tie will put us in a 4th round tiebreaker. So we do see that Prospector, Prisoner, Mercenary, and First Officer here up against the Violinist. We see him spawn over near that we like to call Garbage Corner. It's a pretty bad area to spawn. And immediately, unfortunately, finds the First Officer there. Not a great job, not too big. You don't want to waste a lot of time with First Officer. They have those pocket watches. They can waste a lot of your time. Actually finds the Mercenary as well, and he realizes this. He finds both Rescuers right away, and he's like, I really don't want to waste my time here. He is going to actually just drop a Peeper on the Mercenary Cypher. And what that does is that actually makes it so that the Mercenary has to remove that Peeper before he can continue decoding. And you see the Prisoner working on 2 ciphers here. The Prospector is about 40% done with his cipher machine as well. Looking at the build here, we see a Trump Card, Detention, and building onto that Berserker as well for that quick attack recovery when a survivor's on share. Also using that Desperate Fight to fight against that Magnet and that Pallet Stun. Desperate Fight is a very strong ability against a Prospector in particular. Their stuns aren't particularly long as it is. Using that Desperate Fight to prevent those stuns is pretty big. We're going to see him try to use that string. Good job from the Prospector, able to dodge that. But the Prospector, really good mind game here, is able to transition. Now, something to keep in mind here, guys, is unable to land that hit. Small hitbox from the Violinist. Something to keep in mind here, guys, is there is that Desperate... Oh, he lands the string on the Prospector. That is an excellent job. Mid-magnet. And now he's got the Prospector trapped here. Very good patience here. Oh, and he's going to catch him off guard. He's going to get that Terror Shock and that down on the Prospector. A pretty quick down here. An excellent job. We'll see the Prisoner about to finish 2 Cypher Machines, or at least approaching. The Mercenary is getting close, and the First Officer finished his machine already. Is already onto a new one. So, very good rotations from the survivors here. Or rather, the Hunter unable to find, a good survivor to chase, finding that Mercenary and finding that First Officer early in the game. That's going to be a pretty big downside for him here. But he's going to use this. He's going to use this ability to send the notes to the Prisoner here. And what that does is that slows down his decoding. And that is one reason why you see Violinist using a lot of competitive gameplay. Is he has that chase, he has that camp, and he has that cipher control. And we're going to see them going for an after half save, potentially just going for this tie. They want to secure the tie, guys, to keep this round alive. We're going to see the First Officer going for the first save here. Going ahead and using that string. Unable to land that, unfortunately. We may see him just try to land a Terror Shock. I'm not actually sure. The First Officer opting not to use a Pocket Watch. Oh, we're going to see a double rescue. Gets him to hit the chair. An excellent job baiting out that hit. Now the Violinist actually knows who's... Oh, but they go for a body block, and he's able to string the Mercenary and the First Officer there. And that's one of the huge downsides. You don't really want to body block a Violinist, because they can just string multiple survivors at one time. That string, a very powerful ability. It can hit multiple survivors yet again. And we're going to see the First Officer and the Mercenary both one-shot. And then going for that body block is actually going to potentially cost them. It's going to be hard for them to go for a rescue here. We may see them just continue to decode. There are currently 2 Cypher Machines. Oh, I forgot the Prospector was saved after half. He's actually dead on share. But the Mercenary about to finish his Cypher Machine here. The First Officer going to finish up his as well, and the Prisoner probably coming in to help. But the Mercenary really wants to finish this Cypher. It is almost done, but, the Violinist really pressuring this area here. Opting to spend time. The Mercenary's only got a single elbow pad left. And he's going to use that string, uses that ability, and he's actually just going to go ahead and leave the Mercenary here and opt to transition over to this Cypher Machine over here. Prisoner's going to make that connection. And now here comes the Violinist, the Prisoner. Oh, this is the First Officer, rather. He's just going to go ahead and break the connection. The Mercenary should be able to finish this Cypher Machine. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Even with that Peeper on. But the First Officer still has 2 Pocket Watches, guys. They can waste a lot of time here. He's going to use that Pocket Watch, transition away from these strings here, And he's just going to kind of kite in this area. He's going to use as many of these pocket watches as possible. I'm really interested to see how long the violinist actually wants to waste on this first officer. He may just go after the prisoner here. He's decoding that last cipher machine. It's about 50% of the way done. Oh, he's able to string the first officer in pocket watch. An excellent job there from the violinist. He's going to chair him near where the prisoner's cipher machine is. And the prisoner's going to have to go in for safe here. But the mercenary's nowhere near the cipher machine that's almost done. So this is actually going to be very difficult for the survivors to pull off this tie. They really need to tie this round to, you know, keep themselves alive in this tournament. But I just don't see it happening. You know, if the mercenary can't get to that cipher, he's going to use that, you know, infinite. Okay, he's going to go ahead and hit the prisoner here. He's going in for the rescue, using that ability. Oh, he gets the double down on the survivors. And this is a huge deal. I don't see how they come back in this. You have to stand between those strings there to prevent that, you know, that double hit, but it's just unable to happen here. What needs to happen is this mercenary needs to go finish that cipher machine. I don't believe it is primed at this point, and they were in a very good position to tie, and I just don't think it's going to happen now. You see him just directly camp in this chair. The mercenary is coming for the rescue. Dodging that string. Excellent job there. First officer goes in the pocket watch. He actually hits the mercenary. An excellent job body blocking there. And the first officer is going to stay in pocket watch. The prisoner is going to the rocket chair. But he's just going to chair him on the last cipher machine. I don't see how they finish it. I mean, looking at the cipher machine progress, it's about 70% of the way done. That's nowhere near enough at this point. The mercenary's going to go down. He's going to just abnormal the cipher machine. This is a very, a very veteran play here from the hunter. He acknowledges that at this point, you know, he's in a very good position. If he abnormals this cipher machine, they have no chance. He's going to get this down on the first officer, and this is looking like a 4-person elimination. And they are just going to surrender. That is going to be a win for Prophecies. They go up another 4-person elimination from Horn here. That is 3 of them in a row, rather. They're going to go up 17-12, getting the win for this round. And this is going to move them to the winner's bracket. An excellent job from both teams, however. An excellent job from Rejected Memes. A great job hunting from them as well. And this is going to go ahead and congratulations to Prophecies for the win in this round. Rejected Memes is not out. They are going to play in the losers bracket. I believe that is tomorrow as well as the winners bracket. But an excellent job. All right, guys, that is actually it for day 1. We are going to have the next round. We're going to have the Trojans versus Heatwave in their first game tomorrow. That is going to be beginning at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So keep an eye out for that, guys. If you want to keep up with the tournament, feel free to check out my Discord and join it. You have all the information there. Is exclamation point, or not exclamation point, we're not on Twitch. It is in the link in the video description below. Feel free to check that out. If you guys liked this first round of the tournament, don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, a huge congratulations to both teams. Excellently played. 17-12 win for the Prophecies. Again, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. We'll be back streaming on YouTube 3:30 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all of day 2 in the tournament happening tomorrow.